Here are 6 reasons why you probably are going to fail at selling insurance. My name is David DeFord, owner of DeFord Insurance Group, where I train and recruit agents nationally to sell things like final expense, Medicare, and annuities, both face-to-face and over the phone. If you enjoyed this content, please like it and subscribe. Thanks for watching. So let's talk about why, most likely, you're going to fail. And you may be saying, Dave, that's negative. That's mean. Well, I'm in kind of one of those moods where I want to shoot you straight and kind of go right for the gut so that you can seriously ponder upon these 6 points I'm about to describe as to why you're going to most likely fail, with the hopes, the silver lining, I guess you could say, of what you can do differently to avoid failure. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So, and again, these are in no particular order. It's just a list of stuff that I thought most contribute to failure. The first one here on the list is a bad mindset. Guys, mindset is everything. And when I say mindset, if you have a propensity for negativity, for cynicism, for all that stuff that doesn't contribute or build or is necessarily good, you're going to find the insurance business extremely frustrating. Here's why. Insurance sales is a performance art. You have to go out there and make something out of nothing. You have to take leads or prospects or a list and go find opportunity to sell policies to those people. Thus, go out there and create something from nothing. Not everybody can do that. And it may sound super simple, but it's not. It's frustrating because more often than not, the vast majority of the time, people are going to decline your offer, and they may do it rudely. And that may cause you to get frustrated, emotional, and start to doubt yourself. So you have to prepare your mind well in advance of actually going out there and making things happen. So how do you prepare your mind for success in the insurance business? I would say get around people who are successful that you want to embody or duplicate. That's a really good idea. Number 2, read mindset-focused books. Think and Grow Rich is a really good one. There's all sorts of books that you can read that are insurance sales related. That would help too. If you actually go into Google and put in insurance sales books, David DeFord, there's a big article there you can click on, and lots of books there that are a good place to start. So you got to basically indoctrinate yourself because, look, the world indoctrinates you whether you like it or not. All of us fall victim to this. So you have to control for that, and you have to expose yourself to good quality material that's going to build your mindset up and not beat it down. So you have to be intentional about building your mindset. So you have to actively do this as you're selling, because if you don't, you're in trouble. Number 2 on the list is bad work ethic. If you're a lazy, no good SOB and you just don't have work ethic or a desire to put in an outsized level of effort up front, then this business is just not going to probably work out for you. It's okay if you start part-time. Please don't understand, I'm not saying you have to work 100 hours a week. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have to take this seriously. If you've got a part-time schedule, put a full-time mentality into the business. Treat it like a business. If you're full-time in this business, guys, you haven't earned the right to work 4 days a week until you've put a couple years into this business and you know this business like the back of your hand. Put 5 or even 6 days a week into this business if you have the full-time schedule to do it. Because what you have to understand is there's prices to pay for anything that's extraordinary. People like to complain about the rich getting rich and the poor getting poor. And sure, I'm sure there's some kind of, issues with that on some level. But many times the people who do get rich put in the price to sacrifice over many years to get to that point. Many people who are rich were poor to start with. That's how my father was. That's how I was when I got started. And guys, so, what better way to get to that point where you want to be, it's probably why you're listening to this on some level, than to duplicate the actions that people took to get to that point. So in other words, you need to take working hard seriously. Working smart sounds good, sounds smart, but it's overhyped. Maybe a little combination of smart working with hard working is good, but hard working is fundamental. It's at the base of everything. So don't forget about working hard, because if you do, you're screwed. Number 3 on the list here is you're going to fail this business if you don't believe in the product you're selling. This is crucial. This is almost as crucial as hard work. You must have the belief. You can't go out there and fake it for long. If you don't believe in your product, for example, if you sell for a captive company, one product, and you know there's better ones out there, It's just a matter of time before the disease spreads and you will have no capability to sell what it is that you're selling, because you know that you're not the best. You know that you don't have the best options, and you know that your clients could do better. So you have to believe in what you do. Really ask yourself before you join any organization, do you believe in the products that are being sold? If you don't like it, if you don't believe in it, you're not going to succeed. Number 4 on the list here is you don't believe in the prospecting process. So this is huge, okay? This is one of my positions. I try to advocate as much to the insurance business at large as transparency. The process an agency has will work for some, but won't work for others. The problem is insurance agencies are very mysterious about their processes. You don't find out exactly how things work till you're in it. I've always advocated, like what we do at DeFord Insurance Group, I show people my process up front. I tell them all the bad things, or maybe perceived as bad things that they may not necessarily like. I'd rather them know up front than waste part of their career finding out that they never really should have done it, right? It just makes sense. It saves everybody a lot of time and anguish if we cover the hard stuff up front. Likewise, what you need to be understanding of is if you join an agency and you don't, specifically in this case, believe in the prospecting process, you're going to have a really hard time of succeeding. For example, there are a lot of agencies that focus on network marketing. Who do you know? What referrals can you give me? And a lot of that starts with your friends, family, and former working associates. If you don't believe in bothering friends and family, if you think that's just a terrible chore, don't join the agency. You're probably not going to succeed, okay? I never did anything like that as an agent because I never believed in it. I didn't want to bother my mom or my dad to sell them insurance. I eventually did after I knew what I was doing. But in my mind, my mindset, my belief pattern was that I need to know what I'm doing first before I help my friends and family out. So I started with leads, people who expressed interest that I knew were interested for the most part. And I felt really confident and believed in that prospecting process. And it made all the easier for me to go out there and make something of, in this case, the final expense business. So believe in what you do when it comes to the prospecting. If you struggle with it, find another way or another organization to join that will help you multiply exponentially your belief. Number 5 here, not going in. If you won't go all in to this, burn the bridges, not have a plan B, you ain't gonna see it. And yes, I'm here to tell you, the professor of harsh reality, that's actually Dan Kennedy, but I like to embody some of that myself. The truth is that most people won't go all in. And if you don't go all in, you're just gonna fail. And most of y'all won't. You wanna have a plan B. You wanna say, well, if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna do that. And it seems to make logical sense. But if you have plan Bs, you're not really all in. You're always thinking of the next thing that once it gets hard, you can go to. The real people who do very well in this business totally go all in. They jump in. They're completely committed. And their friends and family think they're nuts. They don't understand. They think that they're rash and they're not thinking through things to some extent, which sometimes maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But complete commitment is something that you have to have if you want to have success in anything in life. And if you're just like poking around in insurance sales, guys, it ain't gonna work. You're just gonna be frustrated. You're gonna waste your valuable time and your valuable money buying leads if this isn't for you. So go all in. Be completely committed. Don't look back. This business is worth it. I'm telling you, I failed in my first year, came back 10 years later. I'm so glad I committed 100% to this after I failed. And last but not least here, kind of related to the last point, number 6, not willing to make the necessary sacrifices. So again, some harsh reality here. If you're all in and you're totally invested in this business, you're probably not going to take the vacations you want to. You're probably not going to spend as much time with your family as you'd like to. You're probably not going to spend as much time with your spouse as you want to. You're probably not going to be able to buy the things that you want to and have immediate gratification. You're probably going to see other people around you succeed in their careers while you're sitting here wondering if you should ever be in this. You're going to have a lot of doubts. But that's what it takes. It takes significant, serious sacrifice for anything that's outside of the ordinary. That's just the way of the world, okay? It's never going to change. If you want something that's incredible, If you want freedom, you want independence, you want a great income, you have to sacrifice up front. There are exceptions, I'm sure, where the sacrifice isn't as great, but that's not your concern. Your concern is what the norm is. And for greatness, it takes sacrifice. We see this with athletes. We see this with everything in life, and this is no different. If you're not willing to make the sacrifice of what I've just talked about and many other sacrifices, keep your job. I'm serious. I don't want you to get involved in a business that you're going to flounder and get frustrated in. So there you go. Those are your reasons you're probably going to fail, and hopefully, silver linings, what you can do to deal with that, because I don't put this video together to be a negative Nelly. I do it because I want you to understand what exactly you're getting involved in. A fantastic business that requires every ounce of your commitment and energy, and anything short of that is going to be a frustration and a failure. Don't fail this business. Don't fail yourself. Commit to it. Be in it for years, and you'll be amazed at what's possible. I know I am. My name is David DeFord. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and like this video if you happen to enjoy it. And if you'd like to learn more about how my agency works, click the links above or below. It's going to take you to my website where you can learn more about DeFord Insurance Group and if what we do is a good fit for you. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.